Thank you. I'm feeling moved. Are people feeling moved?
Yeah.
My name is Carrie Santoro. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the executive director of PA Stands Up. PA Stands Up came together in 2019 because we recognize that we can't change the rules unless we change the rule makers. And our mission is simple. We organize across race and place to build a Pennsylvania that works for all of us. That mission is proudly supported by over 2,000 dues-paying members who, like myself, have a very real stake in very real change. In 2015, shortly before his 9th birthday, my son came out as transgender. This was around the time that anti-trans bathroom bills were sweeping the country, making kids and adults like my son a target for violence, and that kept me up at night. I learned that these bills were not really about bathrooms. They were not about transgender people. They were corporate-driven campaigns about preemption to keep cities from raising the minimum wage. And they used white Christian nationalism to make societal others out of people like my son. And they did this to keep working people down and divided. And that ain't right. It means a lot to me to be here with our partners at Power Interfaith today. I started organizing in the basement of Resurrected Life Community Church. I was a scared, young, broke mother from rural Berks County, desperately looking for the safety and security of a beloved community, and desperately looking for ways to protect my son. It was in that church basement that I was received by that beloved community with curiosity and compassion for my story, for my anger, and for my fear. That church basement was where I learned about liberation theology. It's where I learned what it means to have faith in each other.
That's right.
What it means to believe in each other. It's enough to take risks and to move our people into power and to really see each other. Organizing in that church basement at the corner of 9th and Turner is where I learned about the symbiotic relationship between racism and capitalism. It's where I unlearned the lies that I had been told about myself and about others. It's where I learned who really profits off of us buying those lies that capitalism sells us. People like Jeffrey Yass, who use the Commonwealth Foundation and other hate groups to pit us against each other, to undermine democracy, and to hold on to power for themselves. They push narrative and policies that keep us from seeing each other and our shared pain and struggle, and keep us from grabbing onto the power that's accessible to all of us when we actually move together. But we are moving together in our power today. PA Stands Up is part of the Payback Table, Pennsylvania Against Yass Billionaires and Corporations. We're working people. We're nurses and teachers and restaurant workers and small business owners and social workers who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We are working people who are struggling to keep up with the cost of gas and groceries and rent and childcare, while we pay more taxes than Amazon and other billion-dollar corporations who brag about raising prices while making record profits off our backs. And that ain't right. We are working people who deserve, that we believe that we all deserve the tools and opportunities to build good lives for ourselves and for our families.
That's right.
Together, Pennsylvanians across race and place are pulling back the curtain on Jeffrey Yass, a billionaire mega donor who uses the Commonwealth Foundation to try to defund our kids' schools, dodge paying over $1 billion in taxes, and they use white Christian nationalism to drag us into the darkness with them. And they keep us tired and hungry. What Jeffrey Yass knows is that when we are tired and hungry, when he keeps us in the darkness, we can't see each other. We can't see each other's pain, and we can't see our shared struggle. PA Stands Up and our partners across the state are regular working people who are taking on Jeffrey Yass. We are building a joyful resistance to organizations like the Commonwealth Foundation that are so intent on keeping us divided by race, religion, sexual orientation, and gender identity, so they can move their fascist agenda and profit off of our pain. But we see you, Jeffrey Yass. Let me hear you say it. We see you, Jeffrey Yass.
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 We see you dodging your taxes and hiding behind the cloak of the Commonwealth Foundation, dodging those taxes like he got bone spurs. We see your attempts to use hate and fear and undermine the will of Pennsylvania voters. But more importantly, we see each other.
That's right. Yes.
Turn to your neighbor and say, I see you.
I see you.
I see you. Jeffrey Yass knows when we're tired and hungry, we can't see each other's power. And I am done letting Jeffrey Yass and the Commonwealth Foundation come between us. I am done bearing witness to Jeffrey Yass and his sycophantic politicians using white nationalism and the power of their office to support defunding public schools, attacking teachers, and harassing LGBTQ students like my son. Years ago in that church basement, I learned how righteous anger can ignite a fire in our people. I also learned that what keeps that fire burning is a radical love for each other and a deep faith in our vision for what's possible when we believe in each other. Righteous anger at Jeffrey Yass and his sycophants and the hateful lies and policies funded by the Commonwealth Foundation is what brings us here today. But radical love for each other and our people will keep us going tomorrow. And I believe in us and I have faith in our power. Do you believe in us?
Yes.
Do you have faith in our power?
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie.
We can see your greedy side.
Okay.
Amen. Thank you, Carrie, for coming and sharing with us and speaking.